top story today, Microsoft moving forward with talks to buy TikTok, potentially leading to a blockbuster deal between the software giant and the popular Chinese-owned social app. According to the Wall Street Journal, TikTok says it has 100 million U.S. users with internal revenue projections of $1 billion this year and $6 billion next year. But those talks come amid threats by President Trump to ban the app. Joining us now is Mark Douglas. He is CEO of advertising software company Steelhouse. And Ed Lee is New York Times media reporter and, of course, a CNBC contributor. Gentlemen, it's good to see you both this morning. Mark, I begin with you. What are your thoughts on this possible deal?
I think it's an interesting deal, and it may not be happening for the reasons people think. I think everyone thinks Microsoft is interested in social network. My opinion is they're interested in bolstering Microsoft Azure, their cloud hosting division, and TikTok would become their largest customer and also a proof point that they can host at the scale of Amazon AWS. So I think there's a lot of that in the logic behind this deal also.
Interesting. Ed, do you agree with that assessment? What's in it for Microsoft? What would they do with TikTok?
No, I think it's I think it is the key question in terms of one of the broader themes here. I think having sort of a built-in, cloud customer certainly is a helpful thing. I do think the data is going to be an important thing for Microsoft, not just in terms of this sort of political maneuvering in terms of what's happening with the White House, but really the data is the thing that could help Microsoft with everything else in its lineup, whether it's, how LinkedIn works better or how their cloud services work better. I mean, YouTube, which is, essentially Google's, social network, it may lose money, but the data that YouTube generates for the rest of Google's businesses in terms of helping it figure out its advertising, that kind of thing, is incredibly important. So I do think the nuance in terms of the why, yes, data is going to be an important thing. But yes, I think Microsoft wants to be back into the consumer game as well. I think they want to have something that, competes with Facebook and YouTube, Twitter, Snap, because that's where growth can come from. If those projections are to be believed, going from $1 billion to $6 billion, yeah, that's not a bad thing to have just from a balance sheet perspective.
Right, Mark. I mean, you move past sort of Microsoft's footprint in the professional social media landscape, if you will, with LinkedIn. It does give you more of a consumer-facing presence to better compete with Facebook and just where broader tech seems to be going from a social media standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, the competing in the social network game, it's a tough field to be in. And so I think the data perspective is interesting. It's not the highest quality data. The users on TikTok are not really expressing what they're interested, what they want, things like that. But the scale is interesting for Microsoft. This is not the first time they've tried to acquire a social network. They actually tried to acquire Facebook quite a while ago, like 10 to 12 years ago. They tried to acquire Facebook. But I think just like right now, where you look at the company is, the reason I, really have this perspective on Azure is it's consistent with their strategy. They won that big federal government deal. They've been pursuing a strategy of getting big customers to beef up that division so they can compete with the credibility of AWS, which has Netflix as their largest customer. And, kind of that's really where the big profits are. And I think to pick up one of the premier social networks in the world, the fastest growing, no doubt, it's a bonus to that. Without the hosting piece, though, I'm not so sure Microsoft would be as interested.